evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1092nd edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni, and that would be me. Good evening, traders. These videos, 1091 other ones like this, are geared to teach you the art of technical analysis, and in most cases are geared for what's going to happen the very next day. So these videos are usually geared, if I'm filming on a Tuesday night, they are geared for Wednesday's trading. This video is being filmed on Tuesday night, and that's for trading on Wednesday, October 16th, 2013. Traders, as you know, futures trading can be extremely risky and can cause substantial financial loss. You should never, ever play this game without protective stops placed first. If you do not recognize that a stop is your best friend and you do not know that futures trading is not suitable for all traders, you should run. But if you are a futures trader, pull up a chair. Let's look. We've got some interesting things on the board for trading on Wednesday, the 16th. Traders, I have a two-sided OMNI. It's both red and green. It expects the market to come off first, turn around, gain some legs, get long, and end up on the upside later in the day. Now, it's been extremely tricky out there, and the moves have been chop, chop, chop. So I don't know that we'll get down deep enough to get out of our shorts before they stop us out, and then we end up long today. I don't know what's going to happen, but don't trade without stops on this day, that's for sure. I assume we'll end up long at some point. Traders, this is the third time this year I've had a two-sided OMNI. Probably out of the last 7 years, it's probably the fourth time I've ever had a two-sided OMNI. Interesting happenings here. I assume that's all DC related, but we trade charts here. We do not trade the news. So we have a two-sided market for trading tomorrow with the bias towards buying the decent dips when they come. This is for the ES and or NQ. Then under that, traders, we have gold, bonds, and crude oil all look what I like to call grizzly. They look very bearish on the charts, and I'll be more than happy to show you why. So remember how this day is going to go. OMNI expects to start off with the red, turn around, end up with the green, and end up somewhere upstairs before Wednesday is over. Traders, with no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Okay, traders, the first chart I'm going to show you this evening is the emini S&P daily bar chart. Now, you may recognize this chart because I've been showing it to you day after day and saying it had a fantastic hold here and here. It got through here just a little, but then held and took off. Now we're building one of those Oscar F flags right there. Here's the pole, here's the flag, so it looks good. Right down here, however, if we come out of that F flag for any reason, OMNI's going to expect a short and then look to turn around and get long again for the rebound. So two-sided market here undoubtedly, but the bias is buy the dips and expect new highs. New highs should be coming this week. Traders, the E-mini weekly once again, but now this is a weekly bar chart, not the daily, so it's the E-mini S&P on the weekly. Very long trend line, has held for quite some time, got violated last week, but came back, settled up here, and now we are this high on the weekly. That looks strong as well. Remember, this is a slightly overall picture. It might last for a few days, but it is for trading tomorrow as well, probably the latter half of tomorrow. So, this one I don't like as much today. I loved it last night. I hate it today only because you put this little inside day in right here. And I don't really love those inside days after having such a nice spurt up like this. But it is what it is. It does show that we could have a little bit of a pullback. But I think pullbacks need to be purchased. So first we sell, then we buy the dips in the S&P or NASDAQ/Dow for trading on Wednesday. Traders, more evidence of why the S&P, even if it goes down a little because of DC, will have to go back up. The bond market is rolling over. It already has rolled over. If you ask me, bonds have rolled over right here. Classic for bonds. This would be considered a wonderful bull flag. And here's the wonderful flagpole. Problem is, none of this stuff usually applies in bonds. In fact, the opposite would apply. So pretend that that flag's not there. You're getting under my OTAPMA for the first time in months, months, and months. That's important. This trend line goes back for a long time. It's being tested now. Looks like it wants to break that trend line. My OMNI is bearish. You can connect these trend lines. We have broken all the stuff here. We're testing this, and we're probably going to break that. So bonds are rolling over here. More evidence that the S&P is a buy of dips, even if it comes off. Then we've got gold. Traders, here's a chart I've been showing you for quite some time. It's the weekly gold bar chart. Remember I explained we had this big plateau, which is a topping area, a very distributionary area. And we told you that Omni called the top when it was up here at 1680 and said that this would be the top. Then it came down and I said, wow, this has to be the end now, because we know that in a bullish market on the 200, in a bullish market on a weekly chart, the 200 bar moving average does not get violated. It did right here. Then we've come down and now we've built this head and shoulders, and look right here. Since I've been showing you this chart, traders, imagine this. This chart had this filled in. It had this filled in. And this I drew as a fictitious circle with no bars, and I had put a question mark in there. Since then, several weeks later, this has filled in completely, and we are down here. This is happening exactly as I expected, so you have to expect that gold continues to look onto the downside. Gold looks lower. This, my friends, looks Grizzly. If you ask me, that is a Grizzly-looking chart. There are more. Look at the grisliness behind this chart. Here is the crude oil. Another reason why if this is going to go down, it would push the S&P up. Traders, crude oil about to break or at least test a major support line right here. This undoubtedly is the left shoulder of a head and shoulders formation. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. In the right shoulder, this is undoubtedly some weird flag, but it looks like a bear flag. We are about to come out of that shoulder, follow this red arrow down, because that's where the crude looks like it's going. And boy, that's a grisly look to a market. Then, traders, we've got this, and this is interesting. I've also showed this to you before. Here's your German DAX. I showed you this big bull flag before we broke out of it. Then I showed it to you after we broke out of it. Remember down here you had a little gap. The gap got filled right on this day. We turned around and took off, came out of this big bull flag, and just exploded towards the upside. I don't think you can stop Europe or the DAX from moving higher. That also should take the emini S&P with it. So traders, remember this look. emini S&P begging for new highs. If it comes off, so be it. But we will be standing there looking to buy the bigger dips, expecting new highs to come eventually. Traders, pull your own charts, do your own homework. I hope this helps to keep you in line with what the charts look like they are doing this week. So, traders, you've seen the charts, and there's my technical argument for why, for the third, maybe fourth time in all the years I've been showing you guys Omni through YouTube, we've got a double-sided Omni. Strange, but we'll take it. Traders, if you like the analysis put forth in these videos, come on down to livewithoscar.com. Come into my free trading rooms. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, if you don't spend time in a trading room where you'll find me all the time, then simply subscribe to my YouTube video right here at YouTube. You can click the subscribe button, and then each time I present one of these videos, which is almost nightly, you will get an email. All right, traders, so livewithoscar.com. Come there, hang out with me in my chat room. I will teach you about the charts I put on this board. I will show you why we've got the double-sided Omni and how rare it is. And, of course, why these three bad boys look like they are heading lower. I will see you at the site. Always remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help yourselves with that is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, traders. I'll see you at the site. Video number 2. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.